Right, a few people are asking me about loop stations, so I think the easiest way is if I just take you through my particular setup and sort of explain what I do and see how you can make it work for yourself. So first thing, Tony Shell has mentioned about inputs. Don't worry about all this here. It's not really necessary, and it's probably a lot more complicated than it looks. 99, that's just patch numbers. Some of these, where it's got the dot next to it, is something saved. So, hypothetically, you can play something and then just bring it in. If I've got an amp turned on, you will hear that. So that's on, that's off. With this particular one, Rc30, you've got your two channels, channel 1 and channel 2. Nothing's on channel 2 there, so try something else, patch 3. This is a volume setting. Halfway is roughly level to what you're playing guitar wise. So that's channel 1, channel 2 is empty again. The other thing to note is you have got some internal effects here. I only ever really use the tap tempo. Otherwise, a lot of them do sound shit. But that's with saving stuff in. Your input issue, which is one Tony mentioned, if you're just using one guitar, you've got 2 inputs, 2 outputs at the back. Again, sorry about the light condition here, but so this is basically the guitar. It's going through all kinds of other shit, but don't worry about that. This basically could be your guitar in, and then that's out. So in my case, it's going to a little mixing desk there, and then the world's worst amplifier. But theoretically, you could just have your guitar, your amp, that's all you need if that's what you're going for. Mic input as well, just because I think I'm Michael Winslow sometimes. Terry Gray mentioned something about levels dropping, and this was a worry of mine for a while. I happen to be lucky to have a jack and an XLR output, so the jack goes through all of this and is affected by whatever's there and goes into the loop station, whereas the XLR goes straight to that desk, straight to the amp, and that remains unaffected. So I've got like a double tracked guitar going on basically. Whatever gets played in real time obviously will go over, and also it gives some separation in the mix. Yeah, this thing here, again, don't worry about this. Just if you feel you need it, I think it cost me 30 quid. That is just to select between, if I press this button B, that just changes between them. That's all that is. It's just to save me bending down pressing buttons. And then these two here are just external effects, which obviously if they're on, they're going to affect what's recorded in. But once it's in there, other than these, you're not really going to get anything else. So, you know, build up what you're building up. Obviously, because you've got the two, and I'll do a demonstration of that in a second, you can build something on one layer, build something on another layer, take your first layer out, just keep your second layer, build on that. It's trial and error. It's just how you can interpret what a use is for it, really. Now, obviously, a main thing is if you're recording something in, is it has to be in time. If it's not, it's a mess instantly. Now, it has got this, I know it's, sorry again for the light condition, but there's this thing here, rhythm. There's a series of input presets. You can't change them, unfortunately. There's about 10 different rhythms in there. They are all horrible. The only one that may ever be worth using is just a straight hi-hat pattern, which is just going to keep it in time. Again, that's up to you, however you want to use that. So I'll give a little example of something. So record that in. So first time I'm hitting red lights coming on, that's record. Hit it again, it's recorded in, it's looped, and it's just gonna play now. So if I press again, record, play, record, play. So if I want to bring something else in there, now depending on the timing of your first initial loop, everything's gonna be that many bars now. Same goes for if I switch channels with channel 2, that will still be the same number of bars. Now I can bring something into that, sorry about the mobile on the amp. So that's on channel 2. And then if I want to take one out, it's slightly out of time, but that's just channel 2 on its own. If I want to bring one back in, alternatively flick to channel 2 if I want to take channel 2. Now you've got that drop in levels, so that's something to be aware of. Again, if you're on the opposite channel, a double tap on that will stop everything. Both in, 2 out, 1 out. Now another one to note is this little, I'm trying not to use the word knob just because I'll giggle, dial, we'll say dial. This one on the right here, mic input level, feedback, be wary of that, man, Jesus Christ. I usually, you know what I mean, I don't even make it to, I'm trying to remember how to read the clock now, it's about 9 there, isn't it? I probably go to about 8. Just to get an input. Now I'll give an example of stuff I'll do. So first up, you want some kind of rhythm. For me, that's just to keep in time, honestly. So straight away, the tap tempo, it gets a little bit dub then. Just coming off a tap tempo, so I can build a little layer over that. Put the phone there. So that's all layer 1. So obviously real-time guitar from the jack inputs, output even. I've lost a bit of the level there, but it's just a case of how heavy you're gonna play to get that blend. But that's my channel 1 now. So I can take that off, not have to worry. I can even add to it if I want, a bit more through the mic. That's just stewing away in there in a bit of a cosmic soup. So we can play over that now if we want and set up for channel 2 to bring something in. So just have a play around with that new toy. I'm cheating in a way because this delay pedal has also got a little loop function, so that just gives for continuous soundscaping. And then bring something I'm going to take 2 out now. So that's just channel 1. And then take out 1, or I could even bring 2 back in. And just build up some really nice layer. In fact, I'm going to record onto 2 now. And then just layer it up. Something around that if you want half time or something. Here's where this nifty little thing comes in, because this has got another loop on. Obviously 1 is recorded on, this is just 2 now, so if we wanted to leave something running over while we delete this and go on to our next track, so we've got a loop function there, so let's just get fucking frisky with this bitch. I'm just going to echo that again. Turn it on first. Drop all of this loop station out now, such as that hypothetically should keep going, and then I can delete, still on the same patch, that's going there, And now as long as I know I'm ready to go into whatever right away, we can just drop the volume so it's not cutting straight out. A little bit of a fade down. And then, boom, as soon as we change that to whatever, we're ready to go again. You know, have fun from there.